Senegal hosted first meeting of World Health Organization's WHO Initiative Global Onchocerciasis Network for Elimination GON. GON, launched in January 2023, empower countries to accelerate progress towards onchocerciasis targets set in 2030 neglected tropical disease, NTD, roadmap of WHO. Onchocerciasis, commonly known as river blindness, is caused by parasitic worm Onchocerca volvulus that spreads by the bites of infected black flies that breed in rapidly flowing rivers. It is the second leading infectious cause of blindness after trachoma. Symptoms: intense itching, rashes, skin discoloration, visual impairment and permanent blindness. Africa is home to 99% of people at risk of onchocerciasis. The remaining 1% lives on border between Brazil and Venezuela. Colombia, Ecuador, Guatemala and Mexico have been verified by WHO for eliminating transmission of disease. NTDs are a diverse group of 20 conditions that are mainly prevalent in tropical areas, where they affect more than 1 billion people who live in impoverished communities. Caused by a variety of pathogens including viruses, bacteria, parasites, fungi and toxins. NTDs include dengue and chikungunya, rabies, leishmaniasis, leprosy, lymphatic filariasis, etc. India has successfully eliminated certain NTDs like guinea worm, trachoma and yaws. The 7th of July, 15, food fortification. FSSAI operationalized provisions of draft food safety and standards, food product standards and food additives, amendment regulations. Draft amendment was notified by Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI, under Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. Now provisions of draft related to limits of micronutrients in vitamin and mineral premix for manufacturing of fortified rice kernels, FRKs, have been operationalized, refer to the table. This will strengthen the National Fortification Program. Fortification is addition of key vitamins and minerals to staple foods such as rice, wheat, oil, milk and salt to improve their nutritional content. Rice fortification refers to adding FRK containing FSSAI prescribed micronutrients, iron, folic acid, vitamin B12, to normal rice, custom milled rice, in the ratio of 1 to 100. Coating, extrusion and dusting are key technologies for rice fortification. In India, extrusion technology is employed, where milled rice is pulverized and mixed with a premix containing vitamins and minerals. Benefits: fortification is a cost-effective method for combating malnutrition. Key initiatives: distribution of fortified rice under Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 centrally sponsored pilot scheme on fortification of rice, and its distribution under public distribution system. Plus F logo by the FSSAI to identify fortified foods. Key issues: fortified rice could be harmful to people suffering from thalassemia and sickle cell anemia. 105 www.visioneers.nwa.visioneers.in copyright symbol Vision IAS. The 7th of July, 16, amyloidosis. Scientists have fabricated 2D protein monolayer that can help to study diseases like amyloidosis. Amyloidosis is a rare disease characterized by buildup of abnormal amyloid deposits in the body. Amyloid refers to the abnormal fibrous, extracellular, and proteinaceous deposits that can be found in the heart, brain, kidneys, spleen and other parts. Symptoms: tiredness, weight loss, numbness, increased tongue size, etc. As per WHO, a rare disease is a debilitating lifelong disease or disorder with a prevalence of 1 or less per 1,000 population. The 7th of July, 17, Ayurveda Gyan Naipunya Initiative, Agni. Central Council for Research in Ayurveda Sciences, CCRAS, launched Ayurveda Gyan Naipunya Initiative, AGNI. AGNI aims to promote research for mainstreaming the pragmatic Ayurveda practices through scientific validation and evidence-based appraisal. Ayurveda is part of the Ayush. Ayush include Indian systems of medicine and homeopathy. Indian systems of medicine also include yoga and naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Saurigpa. It will provide a platform to Ayurveda practitioners for reporting their innovative practices and experience in various disease conditions. These practices and experiences will be documented and published by CCRAS for education and academic purposes. For this, it will cooperate with NCISM, National Commission for Indian System of Medicine. NCISM is a statutory body, constituted under NCISM Act, 2020. Need of AGNI. Ayurveda practice requires a rigorous evidence-based appraisal. Scientific validation and the documentation are essential for global acceptance. It can be leveraged as a soft power. Dissemination of innovative Ayurvedic practices for disease management. CCRAS is an apex research organization, and it is committed for undertaking, coordinating, formulating, development and promotion of research on scientific lines in Ayurveda. It works under the Ministry of Ayush. The 7th of July, 18, Global Tuberculosis, TB, Report. World Health Organization released Global Tuberculosis, TB, Report, 2023. Key findings: global reported global number of people newly diagnosed with TB was 7.5 million in 2022. TB remained the world's second leading cause of death in 2022 after COVID-19. Net reduction of TB incidence from 2015 to 2022 was 8.7% far from WHO and TB strategy milestone of 50% reduction by 2025. Only about 2 in 5 people with drug-resistant TB access treatment in 2022. India's findings. India, Indonesia and Philippines collectively account for nearly 60% of reduction in number of people newly diagnosed with TB in 2020 to 2021. India has 27% of world's TB cases. TB is caused by Bacillus mycobacterium tuberculosis, which most often affects lungs, pulmonary TB. 106 www. Most common medications to treat TB include isoniazid, rifampin, ethambutol, pyrazinamide, etc. Currently, Bacillus-Calmette-Guerin is only licensed vaccine available for TB prevention. Spreads from person to person through air. TB risk factors: diabetes, HIV infection, undernutrition, tobacco use. Steps taken to prevent tuberculosis. National Strategic Plan for Tuberculosis Elimination 2017 to 2025. TB Mukt Punchayat Abhiyan Initiative. Nikshay Poshan Yojana for nutritional support to TB patients. Drug-resistant TB, multidrug resistance TB, MDR resistant to at least isoniazid and rifampicin. Extensively drug-resistant tuberculosis, XDR-TB resistant to isoniazid and rifampin, plus any fluoroquinolone, and at least one of 3 injectable second-line drugs. Totally drug-resistant tuberculosis, TDR-TB resistant to all first and second-line TB drugs. The 7th of July, 19, chikungunya. US has approved world's first vaccine for chikungunya named IXCHIQ. It contains live, weakened version of the chikungunya virus. Chikungunya, it is a viral disease transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes. Fever, arthralgia and rash are common symptoms. First identified in Tanzania in 1952, and generally seen in Africa, Southeast Asia, and parts of Americas. It can be passed from a pregnant mother to an unborn child, and can be fatal to newborns. So far there is no treatment. It is included in India's National Vector-Borne Diseases Control Program. The 7th of July, 20, Cervarix vaccine. A study in Lancet Oncology reveals that the Cervarix vaccine by the Serum Institute of India elicits a comparable immune response to Merck's Gardasil vaccine. Cervarix is India's first indigenous quadrivalent HPV vaccine for the prevention of cervical cancer and other HPV-associated cancers. HPV is a major cause of cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is the second most common cancer among women in India, accounting for about a fifth of the global burden of cervical cancer. The 7th of July, 21, E-prime layer. As per new study, a new layer called E-prime layer, at the outermost part of Earth's core, is a result of surface water penetrating deep into the planet. This alters the composition of the metallic liquid core's outermost region proposes. This latest research suggests that tectonic plates carrying surface water have transported it deep into the Earth over billions of years. This led to the formation of a hydrogen-rich, silicon-depleted layer at the outer core. Discovery enhances our comprehension of Earth's internal mechanisms. The 7th of July, 22, white hydrogen. Scientists have discovered a large reservoir of white hydrogen in France. White hydrogen, also referred to as natural, gold, or geologic hydrogen. It is naturally generated within the Earth's crust through water rock reactions. Process involves interactions between water molecules and iron-rich minerals, such as olivine, at high temperatures and pressures. Potential applications in industries like aviation, shipping, and steel production. The 7th of July, 23, nitrogen-9. Scientists have recently discovered nitrogen-9 nuclei, which contain 7 protons and 2 neutrons. It is an unusually high proton-to-neutron ratio. This disparity has a critical effect on the isotope stability, influencing its decay processes, as well as overall behavior. It only exists for 1 billionth of a nanosecond. 107 www.vision. Nitrogen-9 is an isotope of nitrogen. Atoms with the same number of protons, but different numbers of neutrons are called isotopes. Scientists are hopeful of expanding our current understanding of nuclear theory and quantum mechanics by this study. The 7th of July, 24, Vitrima incorporated with polyrotaxane, VPR. Scientists in Japan have developed a new version of plastic called VPR, which is based on an epoxy resin Vitrima. Vitrima is a recent category of plastics known for strength at low temperatures and reshaping under heat. However, they tend to be very brittle. To overcome this, researchers added polyrotaxane to the plastic making process, which resulted in VPR. About VPR, stronger and stretchier than the traditional version. Partially biodegradable. It can remember complex shapes, which can be restored once it is heated. 108 W